Welcome back to another Palafox Computers tutorial. Today we're taking apart the iPad Air 2, model number A1566. This is a complete assembly. The LCD is attached to the screen, as in Samsung branded models of tablets. A lot of those are attached to the screen as well. So make sure you have your tools, heat gun, eye opener tool, plastic tools, display assembly, of course, eye openers, a small suction cup, and let's get started. First thing you want to do is heat up our LCD to detach the glue surrounding it. I like to start at the top. Make sure you want to angle it outwards towards the outside. We're replacing the LCD as well, so there's less likely a chance of damaging anything since we're doing the full assembly. This is recommended to do the full assembly. I would not try to just do the glass. It's not going to be that simple. Once it's nice and heated up, we'll begin inserting our pry tools, starting from the top up here. I like to use guitar picks to keep it open once we have it inserted. And you can peel away the glass if you like. And be careful, the Wi-Fi cable is up top, right there. You don't want to nick that. You do want to turn your device off. I thought mine was. Be careful of how deep you're going. You don't want to tear the other cables. It's always good to have more than one of these pry tools. Once we have most of it detached, we should be able to pry it away from the board. Now we'll see that it is attached at the bottom there. So once we get this flattened out and most of it disconnected, we're going to detach that cable there and clean all this glass from the outside as well. So now that we have it opened, let's get it completely loose. There we go. Now we're going to detach this bracket here. Should be a Phillips, small Phillips screw. It does have a bracket attached to it. Set your screws aside. 3 screws. And 1 here. Once we have that done, we can remove our bracket and disconnect our cables. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to set this aside for now and clean our old one first, and then come back to the finish removing glass. Now once we have all this removed, we can start prepping our new one. A lot of times before we connect it back to the board, I like to disconnect the battery. so it doesn't short circuit anything and give us more problems. What I'm doing here is just cleaning out the remaining glue so it doesn't become too high and the glass doesn't stick flush. Okie doke. Now that we're all cleaned off, go ahead and disconnect your battery. Battery should be located right here. Just gently disconnect. Lift it off, the battery off of the board so it releases the energy like that. Try to make sure you don't have any glass left underneath. Could cause further problems. Okay, now we're going to remove our home button connection from the old, transfer it to the new one. I'm going to start by removing this tape covering it. And we're just going to transfer this entire piece over to our new device. There's a ribbon cable here at the end, and we're going to flip up so we can gently lift that tab out. And then we have a few other attachments. Bracket covering comes off, and the home button itself now comes out. And there we are. There's the home button assembly. Set that aside again, and we can transfer it over. Reconnect our connection to the board. And then reattach it That should do it. Verify it still clicks. Mine's had a bit of glue in front of it. There we go. Okay, now that's reassembled, we can now attach it back to our device. Go ahead and remove any attachments from the, and you can remove any glue assembly. And we need double-sided tape to reassemble our glass. Be right back while I go grab some. Alright, we're going to attach our double-sided tape. All the times I put it on both the frame and the back of the LCD, and in this case I may do the same. I have different widths for different for the top than I do the sides and bottom. Top I use a thicker. Don't want to cover the camera, of course. Okay, now we can prepare our screen. Two connections together. Put those down first. Don't have to force them, you should feel it snap. There we go. And then gently lay the last one into place. What's noticeable on these versus the other iPads, this one just has glue attached. No screws except for this bracket here. go ahead and get our screw battery, our battery for the screw, however you say that. Alright, trash. You can reattach that. And we're going to put our bracket back on so we don't pull those cables out of place. These are really tiny screws, so try not to lose them because you're going to need them. Okay, we should now be ready to reattach our screen. Remove the remainder of tape on top. Let's go ahead and test it. There we go, Apple logo. That's good to see. Now, I like to heat the glue. Helps it stick better. Start from the bottom and make sure it sits in there properly. And remember to get that out of there. Verify functionality. Home button works. Let's see, swipe. And that is how you replace an iPad 2, iPad Air 2 screen. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.